Good morning. And I mean early morning. I'm actually up before the sunshine today. But I wanted to get this done for you guys. I want to show you I have actually made progress this week. Well, okay, mostly yesterday. On some other projects besides the blanket, but I'm going to show you that one too. I am 3 rows long. Let's see, there's 3 more rows to go down, and then there's one little piece across the bottom still. It goes this way. So far, that's the Wizard of Oz blanket. There's 3 more rows to go over here, and I'm still missing 1 row down here. And that first corner will be done along with the hop center section. I do have more granny squares made for it. This was actually a pillowcase that I was making. I pulled out the sewing machine yesterday and played around and figured out how to do a buttonhole, which took me, well, okay, we won't even talk about how long that took me. But anyway, I did get it done. Not the prettiest in the world. But now I have me a little bag to hold all my granny squares. So this was a project I completed yesterday. I actually got this one done. I've been holding this fabric next to my computer. It'll be here next to me forever. So here's my sewing machine sitting right beside me. That's where I've been working on my coffee table, which is fun. Oh, sorry. My nose is itching this morning. Okay, so that was one. This one's not very pretty. I did this last night, and I guess I should learn not to stay up until like at 10 or 11 trying to do a bag. But this is one I did last night. The seams on the inside are not real great. You can kind of see them and stuff because I didn't pay attention and I was too tired to care. But I lined it with the same fabric on the inside. And I put a little ribbon thing so that it can be tightened, and then tie this into a pretty bow, mainly because my brain was too tired last night to care, try to think of any other way to do it. And I didn't pull it all the way tight. It can actually go a little tighter than that. But then there's that little bag, which should be big enough, at least for now, to fit that blanket. I don't know that it'll stay big enough to fit that blanket, but we shall see. My ribbon is stuck. There it goes. So, that was what I did last night, but I did remember and think to sew the ribbon in the back. My biggest thing is going to be watching not to pull these through somehow. I don't know. It's done. It works. It's just for me anyway, so it's not like I'm doing anything. I don't sew good enough to make anything to sell like that. I'm still figuring out all these stitches and stuff on the front of my sewing machine. Sorry, trying to get some energy going. Yep, another V8. Yay! Progress-wise, I think that's it. My oldest took as well. Oh, well, I guess we could count this as progress. I did teach my 8-year-old how to loom knit some. This is one that I made, but he spent yesterday making one of these out of camo yarn. It's just his bind off. Okay, mine's actually coming open now. His bind off and his cast on look different than mine because I wasn't thinking, and I used what the pattern said instead of doing it the way I did these. Because I was also helping my daughter, which I can show you hers if I can get to it. She left it on the coffee table, which normally she doesn't do. My daughter has been working on making a scarf for one of her friends, and she's been working on it now for, I think, 3 or 4 months, maybe longer. I don't know, just before summer began. That's as far as she got because she keeps getting sidetracked. I have her doing, I don't remember what stitch it's called. It's too early in the morning, but from that peg around. And it's really cute. It'll look really good and it'll be nice and warm for her friend when she gets it done. Although I just realized that's all the black she has left. So I've got to check Ravelry and see if I have any more black in my stash, because it's a lot easier than going to the bucket and looking. And honestly, as far as this goes, I don't think this even made it onto Ravelry, because she was using it when I did the stash. So I've got to do that when she's done with it. If I don't do it beforehand, I might go ahead and put it on there and then just mark it as her project. But yeah, so that's all she's done. And it's so hard not to snag this and help her along with it, especially with it being on the perfect loom for scarves, for smaller ones, because that's about the size that I need to use for my mom's. But I'm going to be nice and be a good mommy. She can keep using this one. I'll probably switch up to using that one, the long green one. But I don't think I've made progress in much else. Okay, this not in here craft-wise. I did, so my hair's a little funky this morning. This is washed and dry on its own. Massive natural curl kicking in. That's why I piggy-tailed these. I did get the mango and the mixed berry jam stuff done yesterday. I got them made and canned. I need to shoot one more quick little video with my iPad and then stick all of those together and put them up, because they're just gonna all be one video, because I was cooking them and doing them 2 at a time. And then last night, those that are on Google Plus saw the picture I posted of the bacon chocolate chip cookies. Amazingly, I did not eat one, so I have no clue what they taste like. But according to my husband and my kids, they love them, and I'm fixing to sneeze. Okay, it's not going to come, which means it's going to get me unexpectedly. Okay. Oh, I did have progress on one more thing. It's back behind me. If you can see it, this right here, this thing. I'm not going to try to hold it up and show you what it looks like, because, well, it'll make no sense. So I'm just going to show you a picture of my face. Hang on just a second. Let me get to the pictures. Sorry, edge of my nose is itching. Where that sneeze needs to come out. It won't. My sinuses are horrible. Oh, there is a picture. Oh, you guys can see it. I'm trying to cover some of the. I know that picture is not that bad. It's too bright, I guess. But try to see if I cover it and give it any shadow, if it helps any. Now, let's see if I tilt this down, maybe if it helps any. Yep, there we go. Okay, so that is the chocolate chip bacon cookie. And you can see the ones underneath it on the cooling rack. There's all of, well, I guess it would help if I turned it the right direction for you. That is the strawberry, the peach, and the mixed berry. At this point, the mango was still sitting over here on this side on a towel cooling, so it wasn't labeled. That was progress yesterday. Ooh, gotta show you. Candied bacon. I made that don't look yummy. Candied bacon, fat stuff. Oh, so good. Okay, so this is that thing that's back behind me. Well, it's my 3-year-old wearing it, making silly ones. Oh, wrong direction. That's what it ended up being. I don't know how well you guys can really see it. I feel like it's still really, really bright on you. But he was wanting a cape kind of like Strider off of Lord of the Rings. Okay, I'll move this back up so you guys can see me. Ooh, sorry for that really big hand in your face. But yeah, he wanted a little cape thing. Only thing was, and that's my oldest in the background back there. I wasn't thinking. I had attached the hood, and I hit my husband who put snap on it. And I meant him to move the snap up and in for him. I forgot. So it ended up being right there at the edge, so it doesn't sit right. And then my 6-year-old got a hold of it, and it looks like he ripped the snap. So we'll be able to move the snap in now. But it's just made from bandanas. I actually have a tablecloth somewhere. Oh, it's behind me. That I had made before out of old bandanas. We had done a birthday party for my oldest once, and it was like a military type thing, and we found a lot of bandanas. Super, super cheap. So we got them and ended up not needing it because not as many kids were able to come as were supposed to come. So I have a crapload left. So my kids have I have 4 kids. They've each had 2 or 3 scarves already from them to play with. Let's see, I've got 8 on the tablecloth and 5 on that. And even with all of that, I still have, I don't know how well you guys can see it, but let's see. This is the pink stack. This is the green stack. I'm almost out of blues. I've done like 3 or 4 blues, and then the black ones. So yeah, I have a bunch of these left. So I've been turning these into things, and these are kind of stiff, so I might turn these into little bags. Why not, right? So as you can see, I've got lots of fabric stuff sitting here. I'm sorry, my nose is just having a field day. And I'm trying not to take Benadryl because then I won't get through the video. I will be asleep. But I have some flame fabric in purple. I've got some flames in green. I've got some flames. Yeah, that was purple. In purple and pink. Which now that I say that, I feel like I'm missing a flame fabric. I thought I had a different one. I don't know. I'll have a ton. Okay, it's not really called a ton, but there's probably 3 or 4 yards of this fabric, which is actually really cool. You guys can see it. My dad's a fire chief, and somewhere, I don't know where they're at, but I've made curtains for a small window of these. Actually, you know what? I do know where it's at. We lived in my parents' trailer next door to their house before we moved down here several years ago and bought the house. And I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure. I'm 99.9% sure because I haven't seen them. I left these curtains up there in the window for my mom. But this is firefighter. It's got the firefighters fighting the fire, a fire extinguisher, fire truck. I read that's a bell that's really hot, the Dalmatian, and the crest. And it's all over it. I mean, it just repeats itself. But there are several yards of that. Still not sure what this is going to be. I was going to make a bag out of this, and I still might. But before I do it, because I would make it for my mom, because I think that would be awesome since she is the fire chief's wife. Yeah, I said that right. But what would be awesome is I want to get a pattern first, because I want to make it a little bit stiffer on the inside, and I do want to line the bottom of it. But for the bottom, I think what I might do is, I know the dollar store, at least we used to be able to, I haven't looked lately, but they had those cutting mats that were kind of bendable. I know Walmart sold them for a while too, But of course, dollar store be cheaper for what I'm going to do to them. I'm thinking I might get those if they have them on one of my shopping trips after the kids go back to school. And I know, I'm sorry, my face is itching. My sinuses are really bad. It's finally stopped raining. We've actually gone now 2 days without rain in over a month. Straight. We've been going straight. And we're looking at no rain again, really, until maybe next week. So, yay! But I'm thinking what I'll do is I'm going to look at getting a cutting board, the bendable ones, and cutting it and putting, cutting a piece big enough to go in the bottom, inside the fabric, in between the fabric, to give it some sturdiness there, and then I'll put one on the inside that she can take out and wipe off if she needs to and put back. That's what I'm thinking. Only downside to that is if she would need to wash it. She wouldn't be able to with the plastic in there, but she's have to get over it. And then I'm thinking I might, to make it sturdier on the sides, I might put one. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm just messing with the nose. Now stop. Ugh. I need to take some medicine. I might take and like line on the sides too, and kind of give it some sturdiness. I don't know. It will be awesome because my dad's also a cop. I might look and see if I can find some fabric that's police related and make one side fire and the other side police. That'd be kind of cool. Or like the outside fire and the inside police, line it with police fabric on the inside. That might work. And then I've got this. I was going to make a tote bag out of this, and I'm thinking I still will, but it probably end up being for my daughter, because she saw it last night and just, wow, she was in love with it. This as well, and I think this one might still be at their house as well. I had made curtains out of this, and I think that curtains are still at their house too in the trailer. But that's the fabric. It's got horses running. So I might make her a tote bag or something out of this. Not that she really needs any more tote bags. I might make her like a little drawstring bag or something. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe once she goes to school, I'll make her a little drawstring bag and put her stuff in it that I make for Christmas, and then that way she has it. But I'll do a better job than I did with that one in there. I'll have to get a pattern. This is just the extra fabric. There's not massive left, but there's still enough there for a tote bag or two of the Hawaiian flowers that I did. This one as well, I also made curtains out of. Now these curtains I brought with me, they are actually in my kids' bathroom. I have curtains of this hanging in my kids' bathroom because their bathroom is fishy themed. That made the color change because of the change in light. If I hold the fabric up, it makes my camera go wonky. Sorry about that. I did not realize that until just now. So their bathroom is fishy themed. So they have the curtains I made of this in their bathroom. Okay, let me keep that out of the screen so it'll quick make my screen change colors on you. So there's enough there. If I don't line it with the same fabric, if I were to use a fabric inside, different one inside than on the outside, I could get 2 tote bags out of that. Depending on what I make. Now, I'm not saying I'm making tote bags out of all of this, although I might. You never really know. I don't really never know. This is, I'm dragging yarn over. It's okay. But this is the one that I sewed together. I'm in here. But see, it is like super, super long. So that was meant to be a tablecloth. I'm not quite sure why I didn't finish it. Knowing me, I just got sidetracked. Started something, didn't finish it. But none of us ever do that, do we? Do we ever start a craft project and not finish it? Apparently I do. Quite often. Hence, I have a baby blanket that I'm still trying to finish for my 6-year-old. I have that one, which I never really finished. I had this one this bag that I had started as a pillow and left it with everything sewn except for the top. Never finished it until yesterday when I decided instead of a pillowcase, I was just going to straight stitch the top, add a little button thing, and make a bag out of it. So, and I don't know what else I've got going. I've got plenty of stuff going, I'm sure. So I don't know what I'm going to be doing today. I got to take, let's see. Originally, I was taking all 4 to the eye doctor, but apparently they're going to a new one. But apparently they don't see anybody under the age of 5. So my youngest is not going to get seen today. I would have to take him over to a pediatric specialist, which is where they used to go. But I know his eyes were checked recently, and not only recent, but during the school year for the preschool stuff that we've been doing and everything else that I've been dealing with that for a while. So I know his eyesight is okay. So he'll be good for now, so I'm not going to be too worried about it. I was supposed to be sleeping now. I'm not getting up till later, just because it makes it easier. But my sinus didn't cooperate. So I decided to get up and talk with you guys. It's going to be a very, very, very long day. My husband is already at work. Well, yeah, he should be getting there right about now, walking in the door. Today is a 36-hour shift, roughly. He works till 3, non-stop. And then, so he gets home, he'll get home, and then around, right at 6 o'clock tonight, he goes on call. And this time on call will last all night. Normally their on call is from like 6 to midnight and then midnight to 6. And they would switch off. Well, they've got a couple guys who just think they can't work this week. They're doing their training to get everything up to date so they can start for 2 of the guys. And one guy is off doing his Air Force Reserve stuff. Couldn't think of what you call it. So they're down a guy. So they've been running it as 4 people, as 4 guys, which has been crazy. But the 2 new ones will be on soon, but they've got to finish what they're doing, so they can't do it. So they're down to 3 guys right now. So he'll go on call at 6, and then he'll be on call nonstop until 6 a.m. But at 6 a.m. he has to be into work tomorrow at the office. So he really works 6 p.m. tonight through 3 p.m. tomorrow. But the on-call hours you only get paid, of course, if you actually do anything. But the good part is he gets to do it from home, so we still get to be with him. Which is a good thing I talked about him, because I need to lay something out for dinner, and I don't know what we're having tonight. Have you ever had those days you just don't know what you want to make? I have no clue. I don't know. I can't really do breakfast for dinner. I've already done that this week. I don't know. I'll figure something out. I did hot dogs last night, so I can't do this tonight. Maybe I'll add some hamburger meat or something and throw that in the crock pot and let the hamburger meat cook in the crock pot. I love doing that. So easy. So easy. And let it cook. In case you're wondering, I'm playing with my scissors. These will actually be in tomorrow's video. Yeah, I'm just playing with them. Just because they're cute and they're little. So, I will be thinking about doing that. I might just make spaghetti, because it'll be really easy to make. And since I'm going to the grocery store, well, not only going to the grocery store, but I'm going to Walmart, which essentially is a grocery store. While I'm there dealing with kids and eye appointments, I might as well just run into the actual store and grab stuff, and I might just do spaghetti and a salad and garlic bread. Gotta make myself a note. I'll do that on my phone. I'll do that now while I'm talking to you, because if I don't, I will forget. And that way, I'll do something simple. So that way if he has to work while he's eating, it's a lot easier. So we need to get bread, garlic, just put salad stuff. I do need to check for yellow yarn. I am, I'll show you. This is all I have left. I know that looks like quite a bit, and it is, but it's almost halfway down the wrapper, which means it's almost halfway gone, in my opinion. And seeing as how I still have to make, I forget how many granny squares I've got to make still. I don't know, I didn't calculate it, but I've still got a lot. Here, I'll show you. This is where I'm at. I've still got the 3 rows. I've still got to do, okay, that doesn't count, but I've still got to do a set here. There are 7 sets of 2 here, so it's 14 there, 14 there, and 14 here. This here will have yellow in it, but it's also going to have the, that is like massive bread. Yes, okay, there you go. The centerpiece is going to have all the colors, but it will have yellow, not counting the fact that I've still got to figure out, I know I'm doing some kind of yellow around the outside edge. I just haven't decided what yet. If I do granny squares around it and do a granny square border around it, and then the edging, that would be an extra, I want to say it jumped it up by like 60 something squares, 60 or 70. Each one of these colored sections is 49, I believe. So there's 49 squares in each of those, and I forget how many in the yellow. Hang on, I will tell you. Let's see. Yeah, there's 49 in each of the colored sections, and I didn't count those. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 4, 5, 6, 8, 4, 2, 4, 4, 6, 8, 50, 52. So 52 yellow squares, not counting the 4 special ones. So that's a lot of squares. And I actually mentioned to my husband that I was thinking about, after I make this blanket, putting it up on Etsy and trying to see if it would sell, just because I figured we didn't need another blanket. I want to make it. It's fun making it, especially with the design in it. And I was thinking about selling it, because I was hoping, you know, and I have it, nobody, I've showed this to several people, and nobody so far has seen the design inside of it. So I don't know, maybe it's not going to be noticeable. But I thought maybe somebody would buy it, and, you know, he's like, well, why would you do that? Okay, never mind. Just weird random thought, I guess. But I do need to get more yellow yarn. I need to check the black yarn before I write that on my list. See, I love the little, okay, well, you can't see it, but it's the S note. It's hard to see because of the screen. That's what's being used to do. See? S note. Really cool. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get that. And of course, I'm gonna check the clearance yarn, because I always do. Although it's dangerous for me. I've really got to quit shopping. Oh, my nose itches. Oh, my nose itches. Okay, my whole nose itches. That's beside the point. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's something else I've completed, but I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I helped my son finish his ball last night, closing it off. Maybe that's what I feel like I'm forgetting to show you. But I don't know what he did with it. He ran off with it last night after playing around the living room. You guys want to see some of my test things? So, I tried making a buttonhole with my sewing machine. And I've got to end this thing because I'm at 30 minutes of jibber jabbering. And I couldn't figure it out for hours. I don't mean a little bit, I mean hours. To the point that I was like ready to smash my sewing machine. So I said, fine, let's see if I can kind of create my own out of some other stitches. So I come up with this, and my oldest is fixing to get out of bed. And then I did like all of these. Not so pretty. And there actually was one here, but I took and stuck it in that bag because it was kind of like, it was one of these, but it was bigger. And so I wanted to help reinforce because it's like a thicker, I like put 4 layers of fabric folded. And so that is what's, my ribbon is around, it's going through with my ribbon. It kind of helps strengthen that. My husband got home. I don't know why. Suddenly my brain went bloop. My brain figured it out. So I made the buttonhole with this one. I did not cut it open because it says don't cut the string, don't cut the string. Okay, let's see if I can show you this. See how little that space is in there? Yeah, there was no way I was going to cut that and not cut the string. Just, it wasn't going to happen. I know me. Wasn't going to happen. So next, I moved to a different size, and I ended up with this one, and I was able to cut the string. But my button didn't fit. The button did not fit through the hole. And that is when I went to the other one, I think. Or no, I made the stitch bigger. I don't know. I did something. I don't know. I'm gonna say it's a different. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But that's when I made this one. And the button is kind of tight. Button is kind of tight going through there. It's not as bad now. It's gotten looser a little bit. But that's when I went to that one. There is like one more buttonhole setting. And it's more like a key. Little half circled top before the open bottom thing. That I haven't tried. I didn't try that one. And I know this looks really bad with a dark green buttonhole, but I was too lazy to try to hunt down some yellow thread. Besides, I figured it's just for me, and I don't care if it's pretty. It's just to hold granny squares. And it gotta be pretty. I'm not selling it. I'm not making money off of it. I'm not giving it away. So it ain't gotta be pretty. It's for me, as we can tell. It took lots, and this is what I did. Trying to figure stuff out yesterday. Driving me crazy. Having a best crazy day. Ooh, sorry. Apparently I'm still tired. I guess my oldest is not able to getting up. Can't blame him. It is actually a good thing I'm filming this direction because I put my yarn over there that I showed you guys Friday from Knit Picks. And guess what I did? I did not put it on Ravelry. I've got to do that. Probably do that again when I get done. But yeah. So I think that's about it. I guess I will attempt to, I would love to use my sewing machine to make some bags. But if I do, I know I'll wake my kids up. So I'm going to be a nice mommy and not do that. Mainly because I don't want to hear fighting yet. I don't want to fighting. I really don't. I enjoy silence. So, maybe I'll prep some bags. Or maybe I'll do some searching online for some patterns. I gotta figure out some way to do handles on them. I don't like the I'm trying to. I had some scrap fabric out here. Granted, that scrap fabric probably was all used. Probably used it all. Or I'll put it away. Here, I'll just show you with this fabric. I've made handles before where I just fold the fabric. If I do it 4 thick, it might be thick enough. But it always gets, when you hold it like that as you're carrying it, it gets that funky, crumpled, nasty look. I don't like that. So I gotta figure out a better way. Oh, baby. Making a video real quick. So I gotta figure out the handles better. But I don't know how I'm gonna do those yet either. I guess we have to wait and see how I'm gonna do handles. My monkey's up, which means he wants to go cuddle a bit. Oh. Are you wanting to go cuddle? Yeah. So I guess that means enough for the video. I need to go cuddle with little man. He needs your mommy time. Wanna tell him bye-bye? No? See y'all later.